The news, the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau, hosting a seminar for entrepreneurs today. Presenters at the one-day event sharing vital information on funding a new or growing business. Megan Shepard was there.
Chairman of the Small Business Committee Charles Pratt pleased with the overwhelming support of the workshop that is geared towards small business development and budding entrepreneurs. Pratt says that the Chamber of Commerce is hoping that this seminar catapults the business sector and expands the minds of entrepreneurs and forces residents to think creatively.
If you were to do a research on the number of licensees here in the Freeport area, you would discover that we probably have somewhere around 3,000. Most people don't know that 45, even 50% of that are in the retail business. And retail meaning clothing stores, we have some convenience stores. These are all businesses that, for the most part, are very common throughout Freeport and even Grand Bahama. What we would love to see is a diversification. We have those people that are very creative with the shells that we find on our seashore, creative with coconut, creative with straws. These are the type of businesses that we would see more. We would love to see more expansion.
Small and medium enterprises help desk administrator Sherelle Storr, pushing the entrepreneurs to think outside of the box. She says persons often use the excuse of lack of funding, but they must be creative in achieving their goals.
There are a lot of international opportunities to access funds. There are a lot of opportunities to start a business and grow a business without having funding. Let's look at the resources that you have available. If it's your intellectual property, those are some of the things that you can pool. You can actually barter. If it's something or a business that you're in, you can reach out to another business and create a barter opportunity to get that done. And so we have to look outside of trying to do it all ourselves and begin to look at the resources that are readily available all around us.
Storr adds that if you're thinking about starting a business, the only person that can stop you is you.
Begin to jot down your ideas, jot them down constantly. They don't have to be in any specific order, because once you have that dream or that idea detailed on paper, you can always find someone, like I said, the SME Help Desk, who would be able to assist you in developing that plan. Because when you're looking at going into business, that plan is going to be essential not only for funding, but it's going to be essential as you begin to roll out the plan and create the foundation. And so just get started.
The seminar was so well attended, a second session was added and plans are already in the works for another session. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, CEO of the Grand Bahama Power Company says they have made good on their promise and consumers are seeing a big change in their power bills. The top executive telling ZNS News that this trend is expected to continue. The Grand Bahama Power Company faced harsh criticism after officials announced that the local company was seeking a rate adjustment. Many feared that it would translate into higher bills, but the power company maintained that consumers would benefit and that the proof would ultimately be in the figures. Chief Executive Officer Sarah McDonald says they are now pleased to show that they have stuck to their word and residents are seeing a change.
90% of them would have seen a decrease in their base rate, but everybody saw a 22.5% decrease in their fuel charge. So our fuel charge is now down under 10 cents.
5 years ago, the fuel surcharge was near 30 cents, but now it's around 10 cents.
For customers, that's a huge difference, and so they're starting to understand that what we said was what happened, and they've been quite pleased. Of course, we want to do better, and we'll continue to challenge ourselves. But what we really want customers to know is that we've worked hard on our hedging program, which allows us to buy oil into the future, and we're not worried. We're not worried at all, actually, this year about what happens in the world oil markets, because we know what the price of our fuel is going to be.
The CEO says customers will no longer experience the spikes like they did in the past. Here's what she had to say to those who are against their hedging program.
There were some people who said if the price falls, we don't get the benefit. But we also know that the frustration that spikes caused 5 years ago were much greater. So when you see huge increases that you can't plan for, that's a big problem. And for our large industrials and our commercial customers, knowing what their price is going to be is so key. So they can price their products forward. They can price their hotel rooms forward without having to worry that they've they've not factored in a fuel charge that they can't foresee.
She says they are working hard to ensure that customers get the best bang for their buck and boasts that there has been a 55% improvement in reliability.
We certainly see them leaving in a happier state of mind, and we don't get the same level of customer complaints about problems with their bills.
And this just in, police in Grand Bahama needs your assistance in locating a woman who is wanted for murder. Police say 46-year-old Doreen Valerie Paul of number 64 Frobisher Drive, Freeport, frequents the ghetto. Now, she is about 5 feet 2 inches in height, between 130 to 140 pounds, medium brown complexion, average built, and wears a wig. She is wanted for murder, and police say she is considered armed and extremely dangerous and should be approached with caution. Now, if you have any information concerning Doreen Valerie Paul, you are urged to contact the police at the Central Detective Unit office in Grand Bahama at telephone numbers 350-3106 through 12, 919-911, or call your nearest police station. A semi-military funeral service held this past Saturday for the late police reservist Superintendent Kevin Johnson. The Minister of National Security, Bernard Nottage, traveled to Grand Bahama to join family, friends, police officials, and other mourners at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King for the homegoing service. Nottage noting that Johnson was a friend for many years and that they were avid competitors in the world of sports. Father Marie Hepburn officiated at the service. Johnson passed away on Tuesday, March 8th at the Rand Memorial Hospital. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.